Hey there! Ever wonder how some brands just stick in your mind while others don't? Well, it's all about the magic happening in our brains. Let's dive into a cool story from the marketing world that shows just how powerful our subconscious can be. Back in the 1970s, Japan was on an economic high, and Nestle wanted a piece of that pie. They thought, hey, let's sell coffee. But there was a catch: the Japanese were big tea drinkers. Nestle didn't give up, though. They did their homework, ran some focus groups, and guess what? Everyone seemed to love their coffee. The feedback was awesome, and Nestle was ready to take Japan by storm with their coffee. They went all in, spending loads on marketing and getting coffee onto every shelf possible. But then, crickets. The coffee just wasn't selling. It was a head-scratcher because everyone said they loved it. What gives? Enter Clotaire Raphael, a marketing guru with a knack for understanding the human mind. He wasn't your average marketer. He was a child psychiatrist turned marketing whiz. Raphael had a theory that people don't really know what they want because our deepest desires are hidden in our subconscious, in what he called our reptilian brain. Take the Jeep, for example. Sales were down, and no one knew why. Raphael's advice? Go back to round headlights. Why? Because to Americans, Jeeps symbolized freedom, the Wild West, the modern horse. When Jeep switched to square headlights, they lost that connection. The round headlights reminded people of a horse's eyes. Jeep made the switch, and boom, sales went up. Now, back to Japan. Raphael realized that coffee wasn't selling because the Japanese had no childhood connection to it. They grew up with tea everywhere, not coffee. So, what was his solution? Coffee-flavored candies for kids. This way, kids grew up tasting coffee, moving from candies to sugary drinks, and eventually to actual coffee. Fast forward, and Japan loves coffee. The moral of the story? It's not just about what you're selling, but about connecting with people on a deeper level, tapping into those subconscious desires. And always, make your customer the hero of your story. Whether it's turning cars into modern steeds or introducing coffee to a tea-loving nation, understanding the human mind can lead to some pretty sweet victories.